Hey you guys, I just wanted to show you a birthday card that I got done really quick for my aunt. Her birthday's in a couple days. So I just made my own card base because I didn't have any cropped ones. I really wanted to use this chili pepper stamp that I had. I had gotten it in a de-stash from Scrappy Kesu a couple years ago. And I really wanted to use inks, but the inks that I have are kind of dried out. I tried chalk pastels, but those only work well if you are looking for a watercolor effect. Then I remembered I had some perfect pearls, which I got from Bonnie. I don't use them very often. It's just that I don't remember that I have them. So I ended up going with that in that direction, and there were a lot of scuffs because I'm a pretty messy crafter, so I took a pencil eraser and created dots on the paper and added a different color. I added purple because that's her favorite color. There's still a lot of scuffs on it, but I'm not a perfectionist, so it really doesn't bother me. It's a greeting card. It's probably not going to be around for very long. This Hey Hot stuff came from this Chihuahua. Oh, that's black. You can't even see that. It's upside down. I recently got this in the mail, and I heat embossed that with some black. And for the trim here, I just pulled, this was in my scrap bin, and I thought, well, what would be a spicy kind of trim? And I thought red eyelash would work perfectly. She's really into Mexican food. Her house, or her kitchen primarily is, let's just say it's festive. So she's very much into anything Mexican. So that's why I had used the chili pepper. So the two eyelash trims, I didn't have any kind of embellishment that would go with this chili pepper theme that wasn't cartoony. So I just punched out a couple hearts and then used this fleur-de-lis bling on top here. And after I had brushed the mica powders on, I had sprayed it with hairspray to seal it in so that the powder didn't brush off. The inside I just layered a couple of papers. This happy birthday stamp, I don't know where it came from, but I ended up throwing it away. I had stamped it out for my stamp storage, and I thought I just misstamped it, but it's actually damaged. The Y isn't solid. There's a lot of nicks in there, so I ended up throwing that away. Anyways, that's my card. Thanks for watching, and I'll talk to you later. Bye. Hey you guys, so I have a couple more finished projects to share with you, and I'm going to get this video up. Really quickly, my videos have been pretty infrequent as of late. Recently my mom got super sick and was in the hospital. And my brother is going to be getting married soon. He's eloping. And someone that I haven't seen in close to a decade has come back into my life. So things have been a little bit stressful, and a lot of days I haven't been crafting any. So, but I'll try and get videos up as soon or as often as I can. I actually have a lot of stamp sets as well as a few other things that I want to give away, but currently I don't have an income, and I prefer to pay for the shipping myself. Mainly because, you know, so many people have given me things, have sent stuff to me out of the kindness of their hearts, and I feel like that's it's just the right thing to do. So, you know, when I have an income, I will have a bunch of stuff that I'll be giving away. But until that happens, it's just gonna be sitting here. So, anywho's, I finally got this captured fairy done. It's like a lantern. I kind of don't want to move it because I got it set up. It's a lantern I got from the Goodwill. And I think I paid $4 for it. This has been half done, sitting right next to me on my nightstand for like a year now. And I finally got it done for Shay, because she likes captured fairies. And I had bought this lantern with her in mind. So the inside, I took celluclay, which is like a paper mache powder. And I just formed like an uneven base, if you will. I wanted it lifted up a little bit because this, you know, the metal frame would cut off viewing, so I want it lifted a little bit. And I painted it green, and then I covered it in diorama grass. I think it's also called Flower Soft, maybe, but this was specifically diorama grass. About that diorama grass. That fairy came from the Goodwill too. I bought her years ago for $1. And I glued her in there, and I've got some polyester flowers in there, and this is a piece of potpourri. It's kind of, I have a piece of black paper to kind of block off everything behind it. I don't know what it is. All I know is that it was used potpourri, and I'm the type of person that has used potpourri, a lot of it. I glued one of my little mushrooms into the hole, into one of the holes. This potpourri, it was some kind of natural flora, but I just cannot tell you what it is. And it had these natural holes in it. And so I glued one of my mushrooms in there, which I do have a tutorial for in my, it would most likely be clay tutorials playlist. And then I've got a little plate here that I just made using gluing 4 half-inch paper circles together. I already had them cut out. I glued them together. I did my best to emboss it with a stylus and round out the edges of the plate, so it didn't look like 4 pieces of paper stacked together. I tried to find a mini wooden plate, but I couldn't find it. I probably have one because I have a massive amount of Lara's Craft wood products, but I couldn't find one then, so I made my own plate. And then there's a little cinnamon roll on there that I got from Bonnie. Bonnie made the cinnamon roll. And on the other side, I had this little wooden bowl. I just painted it gray with my finger and then dolloped some sparkly blue paint in it. And then I filled it with Mod Podge Dimensional Magic, so it has some gloss to it. I was really trying to make it look like a agua. And then the bull is sitting on a desert cross. My mom won them. I'm not even in frame. Won them in a giveaway at her club, and she was gonna throw them away. So they are pretty ugly. I guess they're supposed to be like the desert roses, but they don't quite make rose, so they're called desert crosses. But it actually made a perfect stand for the water bowl. And then this lantern just closes up like that. On the top part of it, now that's gone. I strung in some LED lights. Shay, if you don't want these, I couldn't figure out how to hide this, but I figured if it was on a shelf and you could have it shoved in amongst other stuff, then that might work. If you don't want the LEDs in there, just let me know and I'll pull them out, and then I can use them for a different project. So yeah, that is the captured fairy that I did for Shay. And then the last thing that I made was the sympathy card. And Shay, I'm sorry it's taken so long for me to get this out to you. I'm having it sent out tomorrow. I'm not even in frame. Okay. I'm not used filming from that angle. I'll have it sent out to you tomorrow. It's just, things have been nuts. They've just been super, super, super nuts around here. So yeah, I made the card base. I really wanted to use this cardstock. Is that a dog hair? Nope, a cat hair. You probably I can't even see it. It's really beautiful. It's not a pearlized. It's got these like sparkle flecks in it. Which the camera is not going to be able to pick up, but it's really beautiful, and I wanted to use that. So that's what the mat is. I did some faux stitching. This is a sympathy. It's from a Gina Marie die. This width is a close to, no, not close to my heart. Technique Tuesday stamp set that I got from the Very Awesome Bonnie. And this kitty stamp set, I remembered this cat face being much bigger, and it turns out it was much smaller. It's a eBay stamp set, or Ally, one of the two. So because it was smaller, I had to make a vertical card instead of a horizontal card. I just black embossed it. And then these are some Gina Marie enamel dots. I think it's the French Chateau Clear. The inside just has some plain Jane gray cardstock, and then this was a kitty die cut that came from Christine. So those are the 3 projects. Thank you for watching, and I'll talk to you later. Bye. Off camera.